Welcome, everyone, to a piece of college football history as we crown this season's national champion. There's been so much that's gone into getting here, twists and turns, and now it builds to this, the battle for supremacy. He's got it inside the 15. And the return man brought down. That's decent yardage on that return. Buckeyes will get the first crack on offense today. Well, here we go, Kirk. The energy in this place is tremendous. We are 60 minutes away from crowning a new national champion.
And think about it, Chris. These two teams have put everything into this to get to this stage and this opportunity. Let's see who can handle it better.
He's found some room at the 45. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
You know, Chris, what a great run here. You think about Ohio State, you think lately about those NFL-ready wide receivers. But we all know it starts with their running games, all those great backs they've had over the years.
Looking to scramble now. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Well, he was close to getting to that corner, picking up some big yards, but the defense does a good job of getting him out of bounds.
Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Looking for a deep completion. Catch made wide open way downfield. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Just ran away from the defense. And the PAT makes it 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now is set to send this one away. From inside the 15-yard line, bringing it out. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start the drive. So Alabama's offense out there for their first possession. And how about inning game today? The running back coming downhill, the linebacker coming up to meet him. We expect some collisions on this field today.
Yeah, this linebacker's going to have his hands full because this running back is a difficult guy to contain. Both guys know where each other's going to be lined up at all times. It's just going to come down to which guy can come up and make a play against the other.
And they'll start off with a deep shot. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time. Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Looking to throw. It's Milroe. And the quarterback finds the tight end for the completion. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
You know, plays like this are what Alabama offense is all about. They run the football, and then they're efficient within their passing game. Think about it. They won a couple national championships with Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron by just being efficient and playing smart at the position and being a great complement to that running game in the defense.
Second down after the incompletion. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. The pass rush closing in. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback.
And looking for a big play here. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up fourth.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
Quick throw to his receiver. Pass is broken up. Turnover on downs. What a stop.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on fourth down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or two deep.
And that pass rush has trapped him into sack.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
A sack sets up a second down and very long. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's past the 45. Tackle made, but it's a huge gain all the way to the 33-yard line. Well, the big fella's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back, just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right, and then crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain and a first down. Chris, that ball's tipped up into the air, and it's anybody's football. The defense, first of all, does a great job of anticipating a throw down in the red zone, and they're in great position to knock that ball up. But it was exciting to see, would anybody come up with it once it was in the air?
Tackle made after a big gain.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes. And this guy...
And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they'll set up for the PAT. The kick sails through, so the lead is 14-0. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And he fields it inside the 15. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. That last possession, they got stopped on fourth down in their own end. Let's see if they can get it going this time. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Lets it fly to the wideout. And he's got it. And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a first down to the 42.
A nice throw and a great catch by another Alabama wide receivers. And that's really where we are anymore with Alabama. You just come to expect great receivers like this. You think back in recent years to Amari Cooper and Jerry Jeudy, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith. The list goes on and on. Boy, they've got some great-looking receivers on this squad.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. To the air, it's Milroe. Going for a big play downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Forced out of bounds, but not before the football's moved inside the 10. It'll be first down and goal.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Bama.
You put 5 wide receivers into a formation that puts so much pressure on the defense. Do you have enough guys that can cover? Quarterback does such a good job of finding the weakness and exploiting it.
The kick is good, and the kicker got clobbered. Flags all over the field. Roughing the kicker. Defense. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Now they get set to kick it away. Bringing it out, it's Ballard. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they heave it deep downfield. That ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
Most offensive coaches will be happy taking those 50-50 shots against man coverage, but I'm curious to see if they're going to test this DB again after that coverage.
And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Judkins. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On third down, he drops to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Henderson. Tackled right at the 30. Good enough to move the sticks.
That's another positive game here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
But the play loses yardage. Very tough second down coming up now.
Boy, the defense does such a good job of taking any threat downfield away. All he could do is throw it to his back, and loss of yards, now you're behind the sticks.
Tries the right with a quick throw. He's got a receiver wide open here. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. Finally stopped at the 4. Great catch and run.
Boy, a huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. It's a second and goal play for the offense. Trying for the end zone, running it right up the gut. And they've got him, the defense, with a tackle for loss to wrap up the first quarter of play. Well, Ohio State has the lead here, Kirk. We've reached the end of 1 in this battle for the national championship. Before moving on, let's check out the stats so far. An exciting start to the quarter here as the offense facing a 3rd and goal. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Turn starts inside the 15. And the coverage team brings him down at the 26. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Oh, and he can't bring it in. A chance for a takeaway. And one of the star players on this defense couldn't make it.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
He'll throw it now. This time, a completion, and he'll be brought down.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
Crucial 3rd down play coming up. Back to throw. It's Milroe. Looking for the wideout. And he pulls in the catch. Brought down quickly, but a big gain through the air. Ball moves to the 45.
Well, if I'm this defense, you get these guys to 3rd down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage roll to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete. So 2nd and 10 after the previous play. Looking to throw yet again. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. He's got his man in the open field. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, the tight end here just gets lost in coverage. Quarterback does a good job of kind of working through his progressions. He sees that tight end, his eyes light up, makes a great throw and a big gain for this offense.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And it's incomplete. He just missed his target, overthrowing it. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Pass not complete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. Pass caught. Can he get in? The defense will wrap him up after a 7-yard gain. It'll bring up fourth down. The offense still on the field. Looks like they're going to go for it. There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. And he's got it. Touchdown. Tie. See if they can convert the point after. Oh, and it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. Can he make something happen? After the block PAT, the special teams coach hoping for better execution here on the kickoff. Return here from inside the 15-yard line. And they get him to the ground at the 30. That's where the drive will start. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. Testing the defense with a throw downfield. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will give the offense the football at the 46.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Going the other way, can they catch him? Across midfield. Steps out after a crucial takeaway. This could be a big turning point.
I love this quarterback's athletic ability and the way he can create and improvise. Unfortunately here, he just didn't locate the defender and he throws the interception.
And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage. Second down after that run on the previous play. To throw, it's Howard. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete. Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. Can he get there on the ground? He shreds the tackle. And the clock stops now for the 2-minute warning. A chance to strategize here before we reach halftime. The Buckeyes starting a new series here on 1st and 10. And he drops back in the gun. Looks to the left for a quick throw. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline.
Well, you wonder if the receiver adjusted his route to get closer to that first down line. Whatever he did, it works. Move the sticks.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Grab behind the line. It's Judkins. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
Yeah, Chris, not an ideal play here when you throw the football and you go the wrong direction. I think we got to look at the playbook here to see how we can try to make those yards up.
The defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down. The running back sneaks out there. He is a difficult matchup for this defense in the passing game.
Man, it is so tough to match up in man-to-man coverage against a back like this and catch the ball like a receiver. It's something you work on.
Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you had to do was get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. He's got it inside the 15. And he's brought down after a decent return out of the 35. 31. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. To throw, it's Milroe. Quick throw to the left side. He pulls it in for a big gain. That's a huge gain. Stop finally made it to 43. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. How aggressive will they be on this first down play? Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. He's escaping the pocket now. He lets it go on the move. He fires this throw and is intercepted. Not a great return, but the interception wipes out the scoring threat and gives the offense the ball at the 32. So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He'll take a deep shot. Deep shot caught down inside the 20. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get his top and preserve that momentum. From inside the 15-yard line, bringing it out. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. Backed up this close to their end zone in the final minute. Let's see if they just decide to take care of the football and look toward the second half. Looking to make a big play downfield. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain.
What a huge play for this offense as this half is coming to a close. Here's where you've got to get a little greedy because what seemed like a drive where you're happy to maybe come up with 3 points, now you've got a real shot to maybe put the ball in the end zone.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. To throw, it's Milroe. He'll take a deep shot here. Defense breaks it up. Nice play. Incomplete.
Oh, my gosh. They almost came up with another interception. They had a pick on the last drive. They're doing such a good job of baiting this quarterback into throwing the ball into coverage and then making a play.
And he throws his 3rd interception of the day. Can he take it all the way? And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack because right now, this isn't working.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Trying to find room. It's Judkins. Goes backwards. He'll lose 10 yards there. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Buckeyes will kick it deep to begin the second half. And he fields it inside the 15. And he's brought down at the 28. That's where the drive will start. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. They've got to get things going here. Turnovers on back-to-back possessions. Looking to throw it deep. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Well, close to coming up with a big play. I love this call here to start this second half because I think it not only do you come close to hitting a big play, but I think it also pushes those safeties back. It can open up the running game.
Oh, and he very nearly threw a 4th interception today. It's going to set up 3rd down. Urgency now for the offense. They'd hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Throws it to the right. Wow, that is interception number 4 today for this QB. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional.
And the ball is picked off. Tackled after a short return to the 23. Nice play by this defense.
Boy, just when it looked like they had complete control of the national championship, they turned the ball over. The only real mistake they could have made to give their opponent a chance to get back into the game, and they've done it.
Here's a wide-open receiver, complete. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield. The game moves the ball past the 40, sets up another 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Milroe. He's looking deep here. Receiver makes the grab inside the 15. They make the tackle, but it sets the offense up for a 1st and goal from the 10.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
1st down, looking to throw the ball. He's got it near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. And he gets in for the score, cutting the lead to 14. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Fielded in the end zone. It's Ballard. And they stop him short of the 25 there. Offense begins at the 22. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. The interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for his big tight end. The QB throws his 3rd pick of the day. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the second half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
No, he doesn't hang on. Looks like it was deflected before it got to him. It'll bring up 2nd down.
It is really tough on a quarterback when he thinks he's got a completion, an open man downfield. The ball's just about to get to his receiver, then out of nowhere, the defensive back steps in front of it and knocks away. Nice job.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time, and now 3rd down coming up. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Looking for his big tight end. Caught near the goal line. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get.
Touchdown, Alabama. And the comeback continues. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Well, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the 4th quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
And they get set now to try the PAT. It's blocked. It's picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So after his PAT was blocked, the kicker is out there again to boot it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. Well, he's got a crease here. Look out. On the move. It's a foot race. Yes, all the way to the house. Touchdown. You talk about an unforgettable moment for that guy. A kick return for a touchdown in the championship game.
Chris, I didn't know if he had the speed to be able to take it all the way back to the end zone. Initially had some good blocks to spring him free, and then was just outrunning some angles that some of the kickoff coverage team had. Nice play.
And he's not going to get there. Stopped short. Missed opportunity to build this lead. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away.
27.
And it's fielded. Returner trying to create good field position here. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time. Looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Good enough for a fresh set of downs. They'll spot the ball at the 40.
You know, Chris, you think about it, efficiency has always kind of been the description of a great Alabama quarterback. Man, think about the playmakers that they've had over the last few years at this position. Jalen, Tua, Bryce Young recently. Just a different...
The catch is made for a huge pickup. That's a big gain deep into enemy territory. Ball down near the 30. The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. Wow, back-to-back deep shots. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Love this aggressive mindset from the quarterback and offensive coordinator. Found the matchup that you wanted, take a shot downfield. You don't hit it, but you made the defense be aware of it.
Looking to throw it again. Lets it go quickly. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Oh, and it's incomplete. A chance at a much-needed takeaway there. Now it's second down.
Boy, this defense has this quarterback rattled. An interception the last series, he almost threw another one.
Looking to pass here on second down. He's going for a big play downfield. Trying to go very deep there. Good effort. And now it's third down.
Chris, that's a classic case of predetermining what to do with the football. You've got this incredibly talented receiver, arguably the best athlete on the field. I get it. You want to get him the football, but throwing into double coverage, that's a no-no and a great way to throw picks.
And this is dropped. Would have been a huge game, but he could not collect it.
Whoa, you talk about a big hit there? I think this guy holds on to this football at a critical third down if this linebacker doesn't lower the blow. Great timing on that hit to prevent the PI call and to get this team to fourth down.
Breaks loose at the 45. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. And they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage.
Chris, a great job here by this defense. They're trying to bounce this to the outside, take advantage of his speed in the backfield, but no chance at all. The defensive speed, ability to diagnose the play.
And he's looking to make a big play downfield. It's picked off again, the 4th for this QB today. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. And he steps out of bounds after the great pick. A solid return to set up his offense.
What a play by the defense. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. It's caught downfield. Brought down quickly, but it's a big gain through the air. Spot the ball at the 45.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss. Just having one of those dream performances.
Second down after that previous play. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. Goes to his right side there for the completion. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Shotgun formation here on third down. Throws to the tight end. He's got it for a big gain. And they pick up the first down to the 23, getting closer to the red zone.
Well, this quarterback puts it to the big man once again. And I tell you, the matchup with this tight end against this secondary, you know, if they put a corner on him, he's too small. If they put a safety on him, he's too slow. They've been able to find those one-on-one matchups and allow this tight end to have a monster game in the national title.
And one final play before the end of the quarter. Second down, we're going to throw it. Looking for his big tight end. And that falls incomplete as time runs out in the quarter. Well, Kurt, Ohio State has the lead here after one. We've reached the end of the third quarter in this national championship battle that has lived up to the hype. Before the final period, let's check out the game stats. So now it's third and short from the 23. Potential four-down territory. Let's see what the third down call is. With the catch, it's Williams. He's not going to get the first down. It's fourth down now.
Man, Chris, when you're down by a couple of scores late in a game like this, you need to find matchups where you can get the ball thrown downfield. Here it's a completion, but it doesn't get them very much. Now they've got a fourth down play coming up.
Got space, looking to score. Touchdown, Bama. Trying to come all the way back. That was an enormous touchdown. They're still behind, but it's a one-possession game, national championship on the line.
Yeah, the offense did their job to make this thing interesting. Now their opponent. What will their opponent do? Are they going to try to kill clock? Are they going to just try to run the football? Are they going to get aggressive and throw and try to score themselves? Still, a lot can happen here in these closing minutes.
He's moving out of the pocket. It's going to be incomplete, trying to make something happen on the run, but nobody open. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Bringing it out, it's Ballard. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Finds his man. It's Abuka. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid game.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
The offense really clicking here. Back to pass. It's Howard. On the run here. Lets it go. Catch made by the tight end. Great move in the open field. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
I just continue to be in awe of this offense. Even with the lead, these guys are going to play for 60 minutes. They do not let up. Here they are. Typically, you want to run the football here to work the clock, but these guys stick to the game plan and keep throwing the football, trying to get more yards.
Important second down play coming up. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Trying to extend the play. Finding space at the 20. And they make the tackle, but that's a huge chunk play on the scramble. He saw an opening and just went for it.
Well, there you go. You save your best scramble today for a bit of a situation in the fourth quarter, and you pick up the first. I mean, you don't want to use that early in the game, right? You want to make sure you save it for the exact moment and the key time and key moment in the game, and that's what he did. Although, you and I both know it wasn't planned that way, but a great job of using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing it was time to go.
Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a third and long. And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage in the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continuing to keep the ball in bounds.
So here we go, third down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. Running back with the football.
Well, how fitting for him to get another nice carry here, because it's been that kind of game in the national title. We knew coming in that he was going to be showcased. I didn't think he would have this kind of performance on this big of a stage, but he has, and a big reason why they're going to win this national title.
The offense already has one fourth down conversion, and they do it for a second time. Looking to the end zone. And it falls incomplete for a turnover on downs.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this fourth down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
Play action here on first down. Receiver makes the catch. Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot. Come to the line for second down and very short now. Back to pass. It's Milroe. Catch hauled in here over the middle. Breaks loose at the 40. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Inside the 20. Past the 10. Touchdown. Tied. It was a foot race and he won it. That's a huge touchdown. Still trailing for a one-possession game with that trophy on the line right now.
Well, the national championship's on the line. The offense has done their job, and now it's up to their own defense. Can they get a stop and get the ball back to their offense with a chance to make this thing get really interesting?
I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Can they play keep away here? Just protect this lead in the final 2 minutes. Ball handed off. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Picked off, a crucial turnover. He's got some room and some blockers here. At the 30 now. So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
Oh, my gosh. This defense got exactly what they needed. An interception at the right time to get the ball back to their own quarterback and offense to go down and potentially win this game.
Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They've got a good amount of time on the clock. Do they play for the field goal? Go for a touchdown? Are they concerned about scoring too fast? Fires it to the wideout. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he'll step out of bounds to stop the clock. That is perfect execution there.
Well, Chris, just like this in the fourth quarter, you're working this 2-minute drill. It's a one-possession game. Every single time you can get first downs and out of bounds. That's exactly what you do to want to move the ball down the field and eventually put it into the end zone.
Running a quarterback sneak here. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They go in front in the final minute of play.
Here we go. They take the lead. What an amazing comeback by this team and this offense. Now it comes down to can their defense hold the lead with under a minute to go.
He knocked through the PAT, so the lead is 5 here in the fourth quarter. So after the late score, they'll kick it off and hope the defense can hold up and preserve this lead. Not an ideal kickoff as it heads out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Mistake by the kicker, and the offense will set up now at the 40. Offense comes out needing a score in this one-possession game. First down, looking to throw the football. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. There's another interception. We're losing track. Short return tackle made at the 27. A crucial takeaway.
Well, that defender deserves the game ball for that game-sealing play. Now, all there is to do is run out the clock and walk out of here with a W.
Alabama will likely just try to run the clock out here. Scanning the field, it's Milroe. Fires it to the wideout, but they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and a receiver. Man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually, that's going to cost you.
And it's intercepted, a crushing play. Going the other way. Can they stop him? Gonna take it all the way in. Pick six. Touchdown, Ohio State. Wow, what a moment. National championship game, and the defense has put their team in front in the fourth quarter.
Chris, they're just trying to get a stop here at this point in the game, try to get their own offense back out on the field, and instead they get the turnover and the touchdown to boot to give themselves a lead, and we're just minutes away from seeing who's going to win the national championship. Let's not forget that play right there. That could determine the outcome.
Turn starts inside the 15. He's brought down at the 28. That's where the drive will start. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. Interesting strategic decision. They've got some time to work with. Will they play for a field goal or take a shot at the touchdown and win it here? Quick throw to the left. Makes the catch downfield. Heads out of bounds after running for the first down to keep this scoring threat alive. Serious pressure now for the defense. A new set of downs after that completion. Looking to throw it on first down. Pressure is coming. Contact as he threw it. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Offense facing a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. He'll take a deep shot here. And he is wide open for a huge gain. Touchdown, Alabama. They have jumped in front in the final minute. So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT up and good. So the lead is 4 here in the final quarter. So after taking the lead, they'll kick it away here and hope their defense can make a stop on this final drive. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. Offense needs points quickly here, trying to dial up some explosive plays. Let's see what they've got called. And looking to throw now on first down. Let's it fly out of the wideout. The pass is intercepted. And he's got some open field ahead. And he's going to score on the pick six. Touchdown, Bama. And the interception taken to the house. A pick six. Potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick six. Let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Return starts from inside the 5. The return...